Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. I just first want to thank everyone that has been supporting me during Vlogtober. This is a challenge that I took on for myself to work with my equipment, to work with my schedule, to work with what I got, to try to put on daily vlogs.
Love yours. yours. Thing is a life better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Beauty in the struggle, yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. This pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. Good news is, nigga, you came a long way. Bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke was better, a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Think being broke was better, life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? So I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for straight from the Lord above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good, and touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of them with demons, cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt, cashing minimal checks. Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely, and as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tour, but you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing, no such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love no such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.
And it's wrong, I know. still young, so what's the rush? Tonight is young and we not drunk enough. You'll come around if I don't do too much. We had our downs, but we had way more ups. Let's make love. That be the reason that you always hit me up. So, you like the way I feel, cause I get buff. You told me your new man don't make you miss it. I'm saying, you come here, I knock you out the damn frame.
Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. I just first want to thank everyone that has been supporting me during Vlogtober. This is a challenge that I took on for myself to work with my equipment, to work with my schedule, to work with what I got, try to put on daily vlogs. We're doing it, we're kicking in, we're screaming, but it's getting done, and I love that for us. Let's recap today, shall we? First of all, let's be transparent and say that we're going to recap 2 days, because we're going to combine 2 days. I'm just going to call it one day. That's technical difficulties. Y'all don't need to worry about that, but that's what's going on. So earlier, I did have to go and get some new contacts. Well, I'm running low on contacts, and I thought I could just order some with my what is it, FSA or HSA, one of them. I got both of them, and I was trying to get me some contacts before the funds ran out. Come to find out, I actually need to get an eye exam. So my friend at my eye doctor, he was able to hook me up with some additional contacts, so I'm happy about that. Slid over to check out my girl, eyebrow wax girl. I don't know the name of the business, but I've been going to her for a couple of months now, and she's super sweet, so nice. I'll leave her information down in the description box. She cleaned me up real good, so I love that. You know, we had some dinner. I decided to make some shrimp tacos. Yesterday was fend for yourself, so that's in this house. Everybody knows that I might go out to eat, but whatever I do, I'm just cooking for myself. So I'm gonna fend for myself. You need to fend for yourself. So that's what everybody did. To be honest with you, I don't know what they ate. I don't know. I made me some shrimp tacos, and they were quite delicious with those corn ribs from Trader Joe's. Chef's kiss. So good. Put them things in the air fryer for maybe about 5 minutes. Put them in the air fryer. Real good. Make sure you check that out. And then we got into this. So, do gingers, are they having a moment? Now, let's get to the bookish content, shall we? I finished up It Happened One Homecoming. And if you guys don't know, this week is actually my school's homecoming, JCSU, Johnson C. Smith University. And the book, It Happened This Homecoming, is actually by the author, is an alumni of Johnson C. Smith University. She wrote this whole book about, it's 2 short stories about alumni of JCSU, and the alumni are the class of 1999. So, you know, we're getting mature. We're getting, you know, we're grown. So I love that. The first short story, it was between Shauna and Mike. And, you know, you could tell that they had like a little fling when they were going to school, but, you know, as things should have it, you know, they kind of went their separate ways. And then around homecoming, they reconnect, rekindle some things, and it pops off from there. Now, I talk about this book to my coworker because she too is an alumni of JCSU. And I hadn't got to the spice part when I had talked to her about it. You know, she's very wholesome, nice lady. So if she picks up this book, I know she's going to be like, Tanisha, why you didn't tell me? Because there was some spicy scenes up in there. And I was like, okay, girl. Okay. But the short stories, it seemed like it was on the long side. Because I thought short stories or like novellas. Well, I guess if the book was like 200 and some pages, so I guess if you cut it in half, that would be a novella, each short story. But I gave the book 4 stars. Thought it was so cute. It had so many references to Charlotte, so many references to Johnson C. Smith. They talked about Greenfield Hall, which is a hall that I was a RA in. They talked about Mr. C's, a famous fish place down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. They talked about Two-Way, which, you know, some of that stuff we gotta keep close to the chest. If you know, you know. Two-Way is an institution all in itself for students at Johnson C. Smith. I don't know how it is right now, but I know how it was back then. And you know, some of that stuff you gotta keep quiet, okay? They talked about Tupelo honey, and I was just talking about this restaurant to someone here recently, because they used to have 2 locations and now they just have their 1 location downtown. And I said, what is the hype about that place? It's not that good. It's just another breakfast place. But to me, it's not that good. And then the person that I was talking to, they was saying, well, you know, they have different chefs that come in. So if you come in on a particular chef, that's when you're going to get the fire food. And I said, okay, so maybe that's it. I hadn't come in right with the fire chef. So we'll give them some more opportunities. Talked about Eddie V's downtown, which is a famous seafood restaurant. Very aesthetic, you know, it's giving birthday vibes. It's giving about to be proposed to and whatnot. It was nice. It was nice. It was very nostalgic. I'm glad that I read that book this week. It really stirred up a lot of nostalgia, a lot of memories from being on campus. Although I'm right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I can just imagine what people that aren't in the city every day and they actually come home. Homecoming it doesn't hit the same for me because I'm already here, but I imagine for people coming into town, it's magical. So then we have the second short story. The second short story was, oh, I don't know these characters' names. Hold on. Okay, Autumn and James. I feel like they are the main characters of this story, but the short story talks about these 4 friends, and it's so cute. They compare them to the Dream Girls, right? Because one of the girls, she's Effie. I guess, you know, she's a little bigger boned, and but she has so much talent. And then they have a songwriter girl, I think that's Nicole, and then they have the Beyonce of the group, Diana Ross. They have the Beyonce of the group, Diana Ross, and she kind of strikes out on her own and goes solo, and they said that she ruins the group together. And they come together during homecoming, and there's some drama there. There's chronic illness that's involved. I think it's so cute that Autumn and James, they call him JT, he was they actually have a child that goes to Johnson C. Smith. He's a drum major, and so was JT when he was in school. So the drum major, if you guys are familiar with HBCUs, when you see the marching bands and there's either 2 or 3, maybe even 4 guys in front, and they're kind of like the conductors, and they kind of like move everything along. And those are the drum majors. When I was in school, I just remember the drum majors being just such cool people. It's like when, you know, they had that swag and everybody knew who they were. And JT, he was a drum major when they were in school, and so he got with Autumn, and then, you know, they hit it off, and Autumn decided to go this way and pursue a family, and one girl, she decided to break off and start her singing career, and then they just all went their separate ways. But during this homecoming, they come back together, and Autumn is experiencing some difficulties, and her only thing she wants is for her friends to be back friends, right? But they ain't trying to hear that. They harping on old things and reminiscing about the past and what happened. And JT, he definitely can't get over it because he's taking up for his girl. He's taking up for his girl, for his wife, and he's like, look, y'all did all of this, and she's trying to get y'all back together, and y'all still ain't gonna do right no matter what. But in the end, you know, you just have to read it to see, because this is a short story. I can't say too much, child. I get a whole book away, give the whole story away. But in this book, they made references to UNC Charlotte, so you know that's up the street from us, even though they don't call it UNC Charlotte no more. I forget. They make references to Greenfield Hall, New Res. I was like, okay. One of the scenes, I will tell you guys this is not a spoiler, but this is a part in the book where Autumn invites JT to Greenfield Hall because I guess they had some type of homecoming or some type of big celebration where the band played. And so she's like, instead of JT, you going home, which I think he lived off campus, she said, you could just come to Greenfield Hall and take a shower, and then we can go out to eat after. I'm here to tell you that I was an RA in Greenfield Hall, and that was not going down. Y'all let me know if that went down, because because what if I decide to take me a little shower in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day? I don't want to see Mr. Such and such in the shower. But so he took a shower, and then, you know, she decides she gonna take a shower too, and then y'all can fill in the blanks with that. But I was like, that's not real. That's not happening. But child, it's fiction. It's a book. But I was shaking my head at that one because I was like, not this RA. She wasn't gonna let that fly or let that slide. And even if it did slide, my girls, they were on their P's and Q's, because I said my number one rule as a RA was like, just don't let me see it, because if I see it, I gotta do something, right? So that was that was interesting, to say the least. Some other things that happened, you know, they talked about the band IIOS, the International, what does IIOS stand for? The International Institution of Sound, IIOS. Let me tell y'all something about Josie Smith's band. Now, I don't know what it's looking like now, but back in the day, they were quite, yeah, it was something to behold. They talked about Blue Satin, those the girls that do their, y'all know what they be doing. They talked about them. They talked about stories, but just shorter. And who knows, this book came out in September of 2024, like at the end of September. So she might be cooking up some other stuff. Can y'all get me in touch with Sharice? I'm just gonna put that out there, because I would like to talk to her. If you've made it to the end of this video, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment to this video. And don't forget to share this content with another fellow baby reader. And until next time, guys, bye.